Hey guys, it's Mary. Welcome to today's video where we're going to be testing out one of my Black Friday purchases, which was the Qure Microinfusion At-Home Microneedling Skincare Kit. Let me give you a little bit of a backstory of why I picked up this kit. I joke about myself being a skincare junkie all the time. Recently turned 44. I really did feel as though my skin was in the best place that it had been. I have been on top of my skincare, diligently taking care of it for years, and I was just really happy with where my skin was. I got sick about a month ago or so now. I think it's even been longer than that. I didn't know I had strep throat, so I ended up developing scarlet fever and a bunch of hives, which left it did its damage to my face. The worst areas are definitely going to be on my temple, where you can see I almost look like I got splatter painted on. Then we've got a bunch of the spots from the hives all here. The right side of my face did not get hit nearly as bad. I'm very grateful for that. I do also have some spots from the hives on my neck. I always, at any given time, like right now, this right here is a spot from a hormonal breakout. Once a month I usually do get like a hormonal pimple, like bit of a doozy, but it's always one or two sometimes. I deal with the spots from that, but I definitely, after this setback, was left with a much more challenging situation. I thought, what better a time to pick up something that I have been curious about for quite some time, something that I have really wanted to know whether or not they are worth it, and that is the at-home microneedling sets. It does have anti-aging serums. It also has dark spot serums, and I got the one that's mixed, so it's supposed to be giving you both benefits. And I thought, why not take you guys with me here on this journey? So in this video, basically what we're going to go over is what I got in my kit. We're going to do my first treatment together. I'm going to show you my skin tomorrow and a day after that, so you can kind of see what you're dealing with after a treatment. And then I'm going to diligently take clips and pictures throughout the 6 months that I am using the system, and then I will check back in 6 months and show you guys the results and before and after pictures, just to kind of make it a comprehensive journey of my experience with the Qure, and I hope I'm saying that right, the Qure Microinfusion system. So before we jump into the system, I want to talk a little bit about microneedling. I want to say this correctly, so I am going to be reading this from my phone just so I don't give any incorrect information. Microneedling is a treatment that uses tiny needles to create controlled micro injuries on the skin's surface. This triggers the skin's healing response, boosting collagen and elastin, helping with texture, tone, scars, and pigmentation. Now, I do also have old piercing scars on both of my eyebrows, and I'm wondering, is this going to help maybe make those not as deep or as prominent? I'm not sure. So it'll be interesting to see as well if the microneedling helps with those scars. Microneedling sometimes is referred to as collagen induction therapy. Some of the benefits of microneedling include boosting skin's renewal. The micro injuries basically speed up your cell turnover. It allows the older pigmented cells to shed and be replaced with new, fresher skin, helping dark spots fade over time. It also helps to break down the excess pigment. The microneedling disrupts the concentrated melanin deposits and supports a more even skin tone. It increases product absorption. When you create those microchannels on the skin, it becomes more receptive to actives like any brighteners or serums that you might be using to help target your pigmentation or anti-aging, which is why combining the microneedling with the brightening serums can be more effective. It improves the overall texture of your skin, so it's not just about the dark spots. It helps reduce the look of fine lines, large pores, and post-inflamed markings like I am dealing with from my hives. It's safe for many skin types. Unlike some laser treatments, microneedling doesn't carry the same risk of worsening the pigmentation, making it a good option for dark skin tones when done correctly, which I'm going to be following the instructions to a T when it comes to this. Well, I did want to say that microneedling does create small breaches in the skin, so you want to make sure that you're being very sanitary, that you're using the proper techniques and the right needle depth and all of that. So do your research, be safe, because these are needles. It's not necessarily a very invasive treatment that we're doing, but we are playing with needles. We are using needles. Qure is actually created by a woman named Christina who had her own skin struggles, and she wanted to kind of bring the clinical level treatment to people at home, so that not only did they not have to go to the clinic, but they also didn't have to pay the clinic prices, but they could see the clinic level results. And that's basically the birth of Qure. I'm gonna go ahead and pop open my box. This is how it came. It says your skincare investment. I'm guessing that these each have 3 months in the box because it did come with 2 of these guys. It says VIP group access. So it says join our exclusive community, help shape the future of Qure, unlock early access to new products, and enjoy VIP perks made just for you. Join now and get 20% off on your next order. Qure handle with care. Beauty clinic inside. It's got like this little flappy closure like this. When you open up this one, this is the system. Whoa! So those are little pouches. This is the inside of the kit. I did go ahead and do a double cleanse like suggested by the system, and I sprayed my face with some hypochlorous acid to kind of kill any bacteria. And while my face is kind of drying down a little bit, I was going to go ahead and read you what Qure says about the system. The Qure's microinfusion system offers a skin-enhancing treatment that uses 24-karat gold-plated 0.5 millimeter needles and science-backed serums to deliver key ingredients to the skin surface. The gentle stamping technique is inspired by in-clinic microneedling, providing a milder at-home alternative to help you achieve firmer-looking skin and smoother-feeling fine lines. During your treatment, Qure's microinfusion system works to infuse micro droplets of concentrated serum onto the skin's surface, enhancing absorption and helping address specific concerns. The benefits of it are the skin appears smoother and more even looking, complexion looks glowing and refreshed, fine lines and wrinkles feel softer, and skin feels firmer and rejuvenated. It definitely tells you that beforehand, for at least 48 hours, you want to avoid using retinol, exfoliating acids like AHAs, BHAs, PHAs, vitamin C, alcohol-based toners, or fragrance-heavy skincare, steam rooms, hot showers, or excessive sweating to make sure that you stamp with light controlled pressure to not drag or slide the device across the skin. From what I've gathered, it suggests doing a treatment every 2 weeks. You want to make sure that you're definitely on top of your sun protection when you're doing treatments like this, and also kind of keep something in your car so that you can touch up on your sunscreen throughout the day. Step 1 was to cleanse our face thoroughly and remove all traces of makeup and lotions, and to pat dry. We're going to go ahead and spritz the dermal mist, which is provided in the kit for you. This is the dermal mist. I think this is probably, if I looked at the ingredients, hypochlorous acid mist. That's what this is. The second step is going to be to go ahead and pour in one of our serums into our device chamber. This is the microinfusion facial system. And what really sold me on this system was that I saw Wayne Goss endorsing this system, and I've been watching him for years. He is definitely not a sellout for a sponsor, and he was even joking because they did offer him a sponsorship at one point, and he turned it down because he didn't know anything about the system. And then he tried the system and he loved it, so he missed out on that money. And then he must have in the future gone ahead and taken that sponsorship because I saw him in an ad for them, and so that really sold me. Again, we've got like one of those little closures, and it says led by science, driven by results. Again, it's got that QR code for you if you didn't get it before. Inside is the actual device. You can pick the kit that has just dark spots. You can pick this kit that has just wrinkles. I picked for both. So one treatment we're going to do wrinkles, one treatment we're going to do dark spots. I want to start with the dark spots. This is what it looks like. I do also use skincare that I'm going to adjust my routine to fit in with using this system. That's why I haven't done my skincare routine yet, because I wanted to do an AM PM skincare routine video on my channel, but I haven't done it because I really need to make sure that I'm doing things in conjunction with this system, because I did mention in a video that I was planning on doing that. What the ampule looks like. I'm going to go ahead and twist off the whole cap, and then we've got our little thing here. Break this little guy that comes off. So we get that off. So that comes off next. And then like a little science kit, we're just going to pour our serum. Make sure we get it all on every last drop of that magicness. Now we're going to replace the cap back onto the system. We're not exposing the needles yet. It wants us to turn this upside down and leave it for 2 minutes. The serum will soak down into the lid where we need it to be so that it'll deposit evenly onto the skin when we use it. I'm going to go ahead, because I just touched my face a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and like give us quick skirts just to be safe. It says you may touch your face only when cleansing and moisturizing with clean hands. It says do not wash your face. Let the serum fully absorb overnight. So after doing this, I'm just going to let this stay in all day and all night. It does tell you to go ahead and make sure that you keep your hair like tucked away too. That's why I went ahead and put on a beauty band. This is the method, or like the order in which we're going to be going. This is what she looks like when the serum is full. If I turn over, you can see the little needle system. They're hollow 24 karat gold needles. So it says start at the center of the face and work your way outward. Cover the full face. Stamp with 50% overlap. Each time you stamp, overlap the previous stamp halfway to ensure full coverage. And then if you have areas of concern that you want to target, you can go over those areas an additional 2 to 3 times. If you have any active blemishes, you want to get as close as possible to those blemishes without actively stamping directly on them. We're going to start where it says, which is basically right under the eye, going all the way over across. We're going to hold it at a little bit of an angle so that the serum goes downwards. And this is going to be interesting. So we're going to feel our first pop. Okay, that I didn't really, okay. You can definitely feel it. I'm trying to overlap like it says. Okay. All right, yeah, I definitely feel it. This is, you definitely feel those needles. All right, then I'm gonna go right underneath. Overlapping that area. And then the third line of 1 is going to be right across. I feel like I'm now starting to feel more serum come down. So I'm glad we're going to be doing more passes, because I feel like the serum wasn't really coming out at first. Eye is watering a little bit. I'm not going to wipe it because I don't want to touch anything. But you can see definite redness. And I can definitely feel it, and my eye is watering. So definitely needles going to the skin. I would not call this painful. It's just like little pinpricks. I would say the closest to my eye is the most uncomfortable, which I would probably expect it to be. Yeah, it's definitely, for some reason, the left side of my face is more sensitive. I can feel it way more on the left hand side of my face. Ooh, and then we're gonna go down that last row for number 1. That is 1 full pass for all of the rows that were labeled 1. I'm not seeing any numbers on the temples, and I need to do the temples, so I'm a little confused about that. So for number 2, we're gonna go straight down our nose. And it is kind of strange that we're even doing this to the nose, I feel like. Ooh. And for 3, we're gonna be doing across our forehead. So I'm gonna start in the center and go across this way. But I'm also going to include my temples because I have dark spots on my temples that I want to address. So we're going to do that for me. And then I'm going to go upwards. I'm sure Future Mary is going to edit this out, but I am sneezing up a storm. Like, this is making me sneeze so much. It also only has 3 rows. 3 rows for number 3, but I feel like I'm not getting the top of my forehead. So I'm going to make 4 rows and I'm going to go, ooh, I'm going to make 4 rows. I'm going to go right there. Woo! This is no joke. Okay, yeah, like the more I do it, the more I feel it. Wow. Okay. Wowie well. Do you see how bad my eyes are watering? Can you see that? All right, and then I'm going to start back on that row that it says for me to do. I have seen other people's videos on this, and I'm the only person that is eyes are watering. What is going on? Like, what is wrong with me? Woo! Yeah, like, those are number 3, and then 4 is across the neck. It didn't say anything in here about what you do if you cry. There was nothing in there about that. Okay. Oh, I'm kind of a little scared about the neck because this is like, it's kind of hard to keep it tilted on the neck, I will say. I'm not sure how to keep that so tilted on that first level of the neck, but I'm at least going to make sure that I get where those dark spots are. I can feel the serum depositing down, so even though I don't have it at an all the way angle, there must be enough serum kind of seeped into the system to still get some coming out, so that's good. 4 also is across the lip. Ooh! Okay. We're brave around here. So we're gonna start and we're gonna go all the way across for 4. Okay, we made it. We made it, we made it, we did it, we did it. This side is a little bit more sensitive. Ooh, I feel like somebody is editing those videos of those ads because I feel like I can't be the only one that's eyes are watering, going crazy during this. Can I really? Am I just that unique, that special? And I don't consider myself to be like a sensitive skin person. So, I don't know. I'm gonna make 4 2 rows because I feel like I want to do here, and then 5 is like the jawline. So I am gonna go on my smile line right there and go across one more time. I know, I'm a rebel. Ooh, ooh, I'm getting used to it. I'm getting used to it. 5 is gonna be like up from here, up like that, like up here and down for our chin. And I'm glad I added that extra 4, so I feel like we got the whole face right there. And again, I think I'm gonna add in an extra row for 5. Maybe I just have a big face. And then for the last thing of 5, we're gonna go down. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, that's a bit of a sensitive area. This is saying for us to do 2 to 3 passes on the whole face, so I'm not going to bore you guys to death and make you watch me do the other couple passes. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the camera, do the other couple passes, and then we'll be back. Okay, so here is our face. Ugh, scary, I know. Relax, it's going to be okay. Okay, so this is what we're looking like. I did go over my eyebrow scars a little bit because that wasn't really included in, like, I feel like in the pattern. And what else did I do? I went over my temple a couple times and these darker spots a couple times and this one on my chin a couple times. That's where I wanted to target. I also targeted this dark spot right there, so I went over that a couple extra times. So even though my hands are clean and even though I've been using them, I'm gonna go ahead and spray some of this hypochlorous acid spray on my hands as well. And then it says to go ahead, and there is about this much serum left. I'm gonna go ahead and screw this off. It says for you to go ahead and put the leftover serum and go ahead and put it into your face. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get it. There's a decent amount left, so I think I'm gonna do this in 2 goes and just get that on my face, and I'm gonna press it in. I'm not gonna rub, I'm gonna press. Just get that all over my face. There is a little bit more, so I'm going to go ahead and make sure I get that too. I don't want to waste that serum, so I'm going to use it on my hands. And I'm going to let this sink in. I'm not going to do any makeup. I'm not going to do any other skincare. When this serum seeps in all the way and I feel like it has absorbed completely, I will go ahead and add on my sunscreen so that I take care of my skin for the rest of the day. And then I'm going to check back in with you tomorrow so you can see any irritation or how the redness is looking, all of that. You know, we'll do a little bit of check-in tomorrow. BRB. Hey guys, so we're back for day 2. It's basically been about 24 hours since I did the treatment. I wanted to check in with you, kind of let you know how my skin is doing the next day, and also let you know how I was caring for my skin yesterday, what I used on it, what I did not use on it, and how we're going to be going forth for today. I did take a clip about 20 minutes after I did the treatment and then about 4 hours after I did the treatment. This is where we're at right now. I already showed in the clip that the redness completely went down and my face did not feel irritated or anything like that. The first time that I put on a little bit of my sunscreen, it wasn't burning and it wasn't uncomfortable or anything like that, but I could definitely tell that I had done something to my skin that day and I was putting sunscreen on top of it. So I did want to mention that. Overall, the pain level of doing the treatment, I would say I would give it like a 2. Of uncomfortability of stamping the needles onto your face. The benefits definitely outweigh the uncomfort. I know my daughter, she has a really low pain tolerance. She doesn't need this anyway. She's 16. I'm just thinking of like, if you are a person that has a low pain tolerance, this may not be for you because you may not want to keep going, especially for the second and third round, because it's definitely, I mean, you are putting needles on your face. You're putting needles on your face. I also feel like the roller goes a lot faster because you're just kind of like, you get it over with. You're like, you just roll it and get it done. But with the stamping, you are kind of, my skin did not bother me yesterday. Felt pretty good, just a little bit irritated. The redness wore down. Yesterday, it did tell us to basically leave our skin alone. Let that serum sink in overnight, do its thing, don't touch it. I did try as best as I could to keep my hands away from my face and not touch my face. I do have an 8-year-old daughter who is very touchy-feely. I tried to keep her at bay, but even just this morning, when I woke her up, she put her foot on my face. So, of course, I can't get mad because it's just my skin. But I was like, anyhow, I did go ahead and try to use a hypochlorous acid spray throughout the day when I felt as though, you know, I needed a little bit of maybe some help and just to kind of make myself feel better, to make sure that everything was nice and sanitary. I didn't use any other skincare. I don't know if I'm being a little bit dramatic, but I did try to sleep a little bit still. The only thing that I did use on my face yesterday to keep it protected was sunscreen. It suggested to use something 50 plus, and so I went ahead and used the Qure Hydro UV Shield Sunscreen. I know that my skin really likes this one. It's pretty gentle, seems to be doing the job, and I just kept this with me and reapplied a couple times throughout the day. This morning, it said that it was okay to go ahead and wash your face. The cleanser that I chose to use, I wanted to go with something that was very gentle, that didn't have any actives in it. What I had on hand was the Glow Recipe Avocado Ceramide Moisture Barrier Cleanser. This is very gentle. So far this morning, that's all I've done to my face. And then I took a cotton round and some micellar water and just made sure that I got off any other residue that is on my face. So now it does say that we can go in with a gentle moisturizer. The one that I'm going to go in is going to be the Dr. Althea 345 cream. This is called the 345 Relief Cream. It's supposed to be really good for supporting your skin barrier. And even when I'm putting my moisturizer on, I feel like I'm just naturally trying to be more gentle than I would, because I'm usually, I think, pretty rough with my face. But I'm just gonna put a little bit of that moisturizer on. I think I was mentioning, or you will see in the clips, actually, you will see that I did put a little bit of a sparkle on my lid yesterday. I threw a little purple shimmer on. It wasn't on my face and I didn't wear makeup anywhere else. I literally just kept it to my eyelids. So we followed the rules because I didn't microneedle my eyelids. It looks like Qure has some sort of LED light system or something like that that you can purchase through the brand. I do not own theirs. I do own an LED, Dr. Gross LED mask, this. So if you do own some sort of red light, or even if you have a membership to Planet Fitness, because I know they have a red light at the Planet Fitness that I go to, and I like to use that one because it has like my whole body and actually shake and all that stuff too. But anyways, if you have access to any sort of red light, go ahead and use that on day 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. My mask also has the blue light, so I will show you. Yes, looking like Jason. But that's the red light. It also has the blue light, and then if you click it again, you can do both lights at the same time. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's just a 3-minute treatment, and then we'll be right back. I'm gonna go ahead and throw on some of the Tier sunscreen. When I washed my face, I made sure that I got down to my neck really well, because we did microneedle down onto our neck. I'm gonna make sure that I keep that with me so that I have it wherever I go. I probably will again throw on like a little bit of a sparkly eyeshadow. I don't know, it's just in my DNA. I just like sparkly things on my eyeballs. And then I'm gonna use a little bit of lip balm. I'm gonna check in with you guys again tomorrow, is where we're gonna see, like, you know, a little bit of the first results, a little bit of brightening, whatever, kind of our skin will kind of be over that first trauma that we threw at it. I'm excited. So far, so good. It's definitely doable. It's not too much. I can handle the pricks. I went ahead and entered into my calendar already the day that I can exfoliate again and use retinols again. Yeah, so I'm really following the rules. I want to see this thing through and really see what this at-home microneedling can do. I had a really hard time when this happened to my skin. I'm not gonna lie. It put me in a little bit of a borderline depression, and I know that that sounds really shallow, but I just really am trying to be transparent and openly honest that skincare junkie, I was somebody that diligently took care of my skin. I thought that I would turn something that was really hard for me into something that might be able to help somebody else. So I've been trying on my channel. I did a couple full coverage routines, which if you've watched my earlier videos, you will see that I always said, you know, I just let my dark spots do their thing. And when I entered into an area where I'm kind of dealing with this, and I realized that there are a lot of people that are dealing with things like this, and sometimes we want to have a little bit of boost of confidence. So I incorporated that into my channel, a couple full coverage routines. If you want to check those out, if you are dealing with hyperpigmentation, you are not alone. Mine is not from acne, it is from something else. Things can happen to our skin for a million different reasons. I woke up one day loving my skin, and I woke up the next day crying. If there's anyone out there that's going through something similar, or if you just have been struggling with your skin in general, you're not alone. If it doesn't bother you, you don't have to do anything about it. I don't want to put out the message that you have to run out and get a microneedling system to get rid of your dark spots, or you have to do a full coverage routine. I just want to say that. I just feel like everybody should do what makes them happy, what makes them confident. And for me right now, the journey that I'm on, there's going to be some days that I'm doing a full coverage routine. And for the next 6 months, I will be doing this Qure At-Home Microneedling system and taking you guys on the journey with me. Let's check it back in tomorrow, see how our skin is doing fully after we are completely kind of recovered from treatment 1. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, I'm back. It's day 3 after our first Qure treatment. I just wanted to check in, give my final thoughts after the first treatment, and show you my skin. I don't have anything on my actual skin. I know I have eye makeup on and lip gloss. that's where we're at as far as our skin is looking. My skin is feeling fine. I have not used any skincare as of yet. I'm going to wait until tomorrow to actually do it, to incorporate mild skincare. So still no exfoliants or retinol. I mentioned earlier that I went ahead and put in my calendar when I'm able to use my actives and whatnot. So I do follow the rules to a T. I haven't experienced any irritation, any discomfort since doing the treatment. No sensitivity, anything like that. After tomorrow, a couple of days after that, I will resume my normal skincare and whatnot. And then 2 weeks from the day of the treatment, it will be every 2 weeks, like clockwork. I will be doing these treatments. And then at the end of 6 months, I will make another video to check in with you guys and just kind of let you know if I think it's worth it. I did get it at a really hefty discount. You know, you can never really go by what they say is full price and what is actually full price or retail price or what things are worth and all that kind of stuff. But it did say that I was getting it at 70% off. So the full price of this kit is, I don't think I would ever pay. If I do really enjoy this and I see results, I would definitely pick it up again on another Black Friday deal. Ooh. Okay, so let's say goodbye to our skin and we'll see what it looks like again in 6 months. Thank you so much for sharing a piece of your day with me today. If you have a quick moment to like, comment, or subscribe, I would be truly grateful. And hopefully you will be on this journey with me to see if microneedling can help speed up the fading of dark spots. And if we get a little anti-aging or fine lines and wrinkles assistance on the way, I'm not mad at it. Hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.